this afternoon because I am just bubbling over with excitement to welcome you all in today and tell you a little bit about Coke. As you make your way through our attraction, you will probably hear a lot about how Coca-Cola got started and how it grew to become the global phenomenon we know it as. But speaking of global, do we have people from out of town with us today? I bet we do. All right, everybody, on the count of three, shout it out. Where are you from? 1, 2, 3.
California!
Ooh, okay, I've heard of that. Oh, I've been there. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Now, did anybody cross an ocean to be here today? Maybe a few people. Where are you guys from?
South Africa.
South Africa. Oh, it's very far away. Thank you so much for being here. Anybody else? Maybe they came from the farthest of all? Yeah, right here.
India.
India. Oh, wow. Look at us. We're crossing off continents, y'all. I love it. But we should appreciate if you came from very far away. What about the opposite, though? Is anybody coming here today from less than 20 miles from where we're standing right now? Okay, we got a couple people. Look at that. Hey, me too. What do you know? Maybe we'll see each other at the grocery store or something, right? You never know. It could happen. Somewhere, right? So if we're from Atlanta, that means we share a hometown with Coca-Cola. And I think that's pretty cool. So that's right, Coca-Cola was invented in Atlanta, Georgia in 1886 by a pharmacist and chemist. That is 137 years ago. That's pretty good, right? That is a long time. It was invented by a pharmacist and chemist named Dr. John S. Pemberton. He actually invented a lot of different things. But of course, his greatest success, his greatest accomplishment, the world's first cola-flavored beverage. We were first, okay? Don't let those other guys tell you any different. So can everybody say thank you, Dr. Pemberton?
Thank you, Dr. Pemberton.
Oh, absolutely right. Thanks, Dr. Pete. We appreciate it. The very first glass of Coke was served on May 8, 1886 at Jacob's Pharmacy, which is no longer there, but it's just a few blocks from here. And something that may be similar to what they had at the pharmacy is the oldest artifact in the loft. All right, we had some guesses. Are you ready for the reveal?
Sure.
Oh, where is it? And right here, you guys were right. It is this ceramic syrup dispenser right here. 127 years old. So just 10 years younger than Coca-Cola itself. Dispensers like these would be sitting at the soda fountain inside pharmacies where people used to go to get their soft drinks. The top part there holds 1 gallon of syrup, and then the soda jerk would turn the knob at the bottom, dispense 1 ounce for every 5 ounces of carbonated water in your glass. Mix that all together and sell it to you for 5 cents. I would love to buy a glass of Coke for 5 cents now, right? Yeah. Of course, that is just one of our many, many incredible artifacts. There's so many cool things in here. I'll point out some of my favorites. One of them is going to be directly above my head right here, the yellow Schwinn bicycle. Now, you guys maybe didn't even know there was a bike in here. But there it is. It might have stood out to you because there's not a lot of yellow in here, is there? And that makes sense, it's mostly red. But that bike is from 1950, and it was not until the 1970s that we said, okay, Coca-Cola, only colors will be red and white. So before that, you could see all sorts of different colors in the Coca-Cola ads, and yellow specifically meant delivery. So if people saw a yellow truck or bike out on the roads with that Coca-Cola logo, they knew that meant someone was going to get their soda delivered. Well, that's exciting, right? So this is a good scavenger hunt for you guys if you're in our history exhibits and you want to keep an eye out for things that are not red and white, because you know that means it's from before 1970, right? Nice. Something else, one of the largest artifacts in here is going to be also above our heads on the back wall back there. So that stainless steel Coca-Cola Company sign, that is of course our beautiful Spencerian script logo, which you see everywhere in here, right? Even on the oldest artifact, which means it's been our logo for a very long time. That sign hung outside of our corporate headquarters for 60 years, from 1919 to 1979. And I think it looks pretty good for being outside of a building all that time. What do you say? Yeah, not too bad, right?
Yeah.
Something else in here that was out in the elements and is very large is the giant red bottle opener. Does anyone see that? Boom, in that back corner there. That was actually on a billboard in Atlanta before we brought it in here. It was over 18 feet long. We had to cut it in half to get it inside the loft. And I don't think that thing is going anywhere, because it looks like it would be a big hassle to move, doesn't it? Yeah. So guys, in just a few moments, the red lights in here will start flashing, and that means that the doors on either side of us will open momentarily. You guys will head on into the theater for your short film, and after that is when your self-guided tour begins. Now, one thing you don't want to miss today, a visit with the world's #1 Coca-Cola fan. Now, I think I'm the #2 fan, so go ahead and check that off your list, right? But the #1 fan, let's see, they are 7 feet tall, from the North Pole, covered in white fur, that is, of course, Santa's a great guess, but our beloved mascot, Polar Bear, of course. Polar Bear is here today and would love to meet you. Take pictures, of course. There's a picture of PB, as we call them, right up there. Always cool. That's an ad from 1993, which is when Polar Bear became our official mascot with the Northern Lights Super Bowl commercial. Oh, how adorable, right? A bunch of polar bears drinking their ice cold Coke on an iceberg. Oh, so cute. Now, if you visit Polar Bear today, make sure you tell them that I sent you, okay, Superfan Sarah, because, you know, we're good friends. Not to brag, but Polar Bear knows who I am. All right, guys, the doors will open very soon. Take your last few pictures, and then you can head in. I hope you have a fantastic day here at World of Coke. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Come on, come get your picture.
Okay.